everyone, my name is Emma Stevens, and today I'll be talking about a conference I created called Make Our Businesses Better for the World Conference. The conference that I planned is very large and government-based. It is for different companies to learn better ways how to be more sustainable and more eco-friendly. This is to have a better impact on our world. The environment will teach top people in companies like the Big Four accounting firms, Target, Macy's, any company with over 100,000 employees across the United States as well as Canada. So the budget for my event, since it's a very large event and it's government-based, we are very flexible on the cost. So I made a data chart to read. So we plan on using approximately $150,000. This budget may vary and it is very flexible. Approximately $15,000 is intended to be kept aside for any mistakes or quick changes that need to be brought in. Before planning, it is important to look at previous events held at this location to see what worked and did not work. This enables the planner to have a better idea of what to include on the budget and to do the conference better. This budget will include the venue, which will be about $30,000 for 2 days, a room block, which will be about $10,000. This is 30% of the cost for all the rooms. Food and beverages will be at $8,000. Transportation will be only $2,000, possibly less. Decorations and gifts, $12,000. Production, $15,000. Paying staff and speakers will be about $20,000. And the setup will be $10,000. This brings us to a total of $107,000 approximate, which is way less than our intended budget of $150,000. Next, I'll bring you to the location. So the convention will be held at the Vancouver Convention Center in Canada. I chose this location because it is in the middle of the mountains and the ocean, yet it is a city and there are a ton of different activities that can be done. The location to an event is key because it might be suitable for the event being held. In this case, the environment is what it is all about, and there is no better to influence a company that is attending than using this location. So, the location is right outside of the United States. It is very bright and has large glass windows that overlooks the bay. It is a perfect location for a convention that is based on bettering the economy. It fully integrates the urban ecosystem at the intersection of a vibrant downtown core. It is the most spectacular natural ecosystem in North America. So this is a picture of the convention center that will be held at. And this is the inside. It has large windows and a big earth thing right there. Since we are targeting, we don't have to target the clients, guests, we will be targeting them to stay longer in this area to help support their economy. So these are some of the things that you can do in this area. There's nearby hiking, such as Foreshore Trail, Garibaldi, Paranormal Ridge, and Tunnel Bluffs. There's also many museums, local shops, local restaurants that this area brings. So next I'll be talking about the Pan Pacific Hotel, which is right next door, which is perfect. It's approximately, we'll be creating a room block at the Pan Pacific Vancouver Hotel. This hotel is directly next door to the convention center. So here's one of the bedrooms. We will provide a room block for approximately 500 guests. The room block will be at the Pan Pacific Vancouver Hotel, which the proximity between the hotel and convention center is only about 500 feet. The closeness in proximity creates a smooth transportation that is very cheap, aka walking. The hotel and convention center are located on the same side of the street, which means there will be no crossing busy roads to minimize any risks and safety concerns with walking to and from the convention. Just like the convention center, this location is bright with large windows that overlooks the city and bay. The rooms will have one queen bed. For special requests, you need to let the coordinator know 3 weeks before the event to take place. So, since the proximity is so close, this will minimize the amount of transportation costs. We intend on most people only walking to and from the convention center to the hotel. We will provide shuttles from the airport to the hotel and any guests that are not staying at this hotel will also be given a card. So, next we'll be talking about the vibe of the conference. Since this conference will be about saving the economy in more efficient ways that businesses can be more helpful to the economy, we chose a location that is environmentally friendly and having greenery everywhere. We want the mood of this convention to feel fresh and to give our clients and guests a feel for what they're doing and why they're there. We want our location to inspire our guests to change for the planet. This convention center alone gives an environmental vibe. They have large windows that overlook the bay, the windows allowing sunlight for natural lighting during the day. On the roofs of this convention center, it is topped with grass. This is the largest grass roof in the world and actually gets mowed once a year. For the last night at the gala dinner, we intend on having beautiful flower piece centers from the local flower shops in Vancouver. It is important to bring nature to life since this convention is about saving the planet. The mood needs to be relaxed yet energized because it is exciting to have sponsors to see what they did. The patio will also be decorated with greenery, strung overhead lights. As you can see here, we will have lights, greenery, plates with decorations, and we'll have centerpieces that are flowers, which the guests can take with them after the convention is over. So we will be offering also one gift. This will be an activity that we do at the gala dinner that will happen around 8:30. There will be 200 glass jars available for people to make these beautiful little centerpieces that they can take home with them. All the rest of the glass bottles, if they're not used, will be donated. So, the layout of the gala dinner, we will be setting up tables in a crescent shape so all eyes are on the stage. We are lucky enough to be able to put the dance area, bar, and all the appetizers out on the patio for the extra room. The seating arrangements will only be half of the tables, so we will need to have more tables since we will not be seating the traditional all around the table formation. On the patio, we will have dance floors, food, bar, and an optional activity for guests to create their bottle with plants in them. We will only have the 200 glass containers, so it is first come, first serve. So the layout of the conference, on the first day, the seating will be arranged in a classroom style for smaller rooms and a theater style for larger rooms. The guests will be on a rotating schedule, so they will go through each room. Since day one is filled with educational awareness experiences, there is no need to have tables set up for discussion. The guests will face the screens and the speakers. Therefore, it will be easy for everyone to see the speaker and watch the videos on the slides that have been prepared. On day 2 of this event, the tables will be smaller and will be set up as a hollow square. This allows people to have a great discussion amongst the group, and day 2 is intended for companies to merge and create plans together to better their companies. It is important to have eyes on everyone in the group to collaborate, therefore they will be sitting facing each other. Each small room will have different walls depending on the subject that is being talked about. So I have a photo, you can see. It is a little conference room, and on the walls they hung up trees, wallpaper, so it gives a better feel of the environment. So for food and beverages, we have a little schedule that I created. So this is a 2-day event, so breakfast will be similar on both days. Breakfast will be from 8 a.m. till 9:15. We will serve small breakfast foods, bagels, donuts, muffins, fruit, granola bars, and the beverages that will be served is coffee, which will be donated by Tim Hortons, juices, and water bottles. On day 1, lunch will begin at 12 o'clock and end at 1 o'clock. It will be buffet-style finger food. We will have vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options. This menu is buffet, and this will be catered by the convention center, which will save us money. On day 2, we will have pizza from a local pizza shop. We will have cheese, margherita, pepperoni, meat lover, veggie, and a gluten-free. On the second day, dinner will be included at 6:30 for the gala for those who want to join and who are invited to come. This will be about $25 per guest for the meal. The food and beverage budget, breakfast will come to be about $5 a guest. We have about 550 guests. So for 2 days, this will equal about $5,500. Lunch will be about $13.50 per guest. For 2 days, this will equal to about $14,850. And for the gala dinner, we will have about 300 guests. So this times $35 will be about $10,500. The gala dinner menu will provide appetizers, buffet-style food, which will be held outside on the patio before the dinner starts, the main course, which will have vegan vegetarian pasta dish, gluten-free pasta, a New York strip, chicken, salmon, and a side of bread or house salad. The sides will be a baked potato, rice pilaf, vegetables, and mashed potatoes. We will also have coffee, tea, water, soda, and alcohol. We will also have good alcohol like Tito's, Smirnoff, etc., not house brands. The program and design and contents, this conference will have paid speakers that will be presenting. With having paid speakers rather than volunteered speakers, we are guaranteed for them to be on time and have proper speeches already acquired. During smaller group sessions, the guests will be grouped up in one environmental specialist to create goals together to have a better impact on the company. The program design includes any marketing tactics such as logos, invitations, RSVPs, websites, and social media handles to give awareness to this event. Since this conference is mandatory, most of the guests will not need to be marketed, and we won't have to draw any of them in. We will need to market speakers for them to want to present at our event for volunteer speakers, but they have to be equipped. It is believed that it is intended to have strong, passionate speakers that want to be bettering the environment and to show a love for the topic, so they will have the largest effect on the guests. The dinner gives an opportunity to do what they want. The dinner gives an opportunity to interact with donors and supporters in person, who were the top donors for each event. It also allows for these donors to witness the impact of their donations and celebrate the cause and connections that everyone with the presentations in the room. Since they are a large part of the conference because they are helping out, we want them to feel very welcome. We will have an entertainment after the speakers have talked on the last night. So beginning with the speakers, when dinner starts around 7 o'clock, we will have speakers to talk about their own stories about helping the environment. After dinner, we will have a local band perform as volunteers. This allows for us to save money as well as to get fellow bands in the area of Vancouver out and get to show themselves to new people and try to get their name out there. Having bands and people dancing and mingling will allow for companies to bond and create stronger connections and network with one another. So the production of this event, we are ensured to have an accessible, high voltage power for the lights, TVs, and sound systems. To conclude my event, I will have met all the criteria that was expected by my client. To ensure that my client is happy with what I have planned, I will give them my detailed proposal far enough advance for them to make different detailed changes. It is very important that the end goal of this event are reached, to have a more sustainable business and for the companies to know the why, which is to help impact the environment in a great way. We also intend on creating the goal of $1 million raised by each company that is attending. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.